Good morning, Philippines. Good morning, Iloilo. Welcome to my channel, NJCTV. Dito na kami ngayon sa Iloilo, Provincial Capital. Ayan. Ayan, ito kami lahat. Well, welcome to my channel, NJCTV. Kamusta na po kayo mga kaibigan? Ito kami sa Iloilo. Ayan. Ito yung Iloilo Capital, oh, laki. Ayan. Tutong muna kami sa Iloilo Museum. Kunin mo ako ng picture dito. Iloilo. Iloilo. Ang bano ako. Iloilo Museo, Iloilo. This is my family.
Sige, i-angle lang muna natin.
Dito tayo rin. Doon tayo sa kay Mandarita banda. Angie, alika dito, Angie.
May una, hindi, huwag kasi sa likod. Sa likod siya, mataas.
Oo, kasi mataas nga pala, Angie, no? Oh, palagi kang nasa likod.
Dali lang.
Dito ka banda sa likod ko. Yan. Isa sana nga bata. Kasi ko pang ano.
Nakikita ba ito mo? Ba't side yan? Dapat center.
Isama mo itong mga damo na magaganda, oh.
Hindi yan damo. Flower yan.
Damo na rin yan with flowers. Okay.
Let's go!
Ba't may canyon, oh?
Saan?
Ayan, Museo Iloilo. Kanami na gid ng Iloilo, ah. May bayad? Hindi, taka mo sila. May bayad, galing na dyan. Halika na.
Pero may mga
Pabiya kami yung manang. Oo.
balik ba yun?
Wow, this is Iloilo Museo. Ganda, oh. Manalita po ka na lang dyan. Ganda ng paint. Oo nga, pagod eh. Very nice. China, say hi to my bahay.
Okay, good morning. Welcome to Iloilo. I am your tita now. This museum was the first museum put up by the
Wow.
The museum has 3 sections. We have the Art Gallery 1, inside there, the Art Gallery 2, and the hall of permanent display. The exhibits in the Art Gallery 1 and 2 changes from time to time. Now we are having our summer art class for the kids in Art Gallery 2. At ito na lang ang naiwan sa mga exhibit ng Budlag 2022 kasi tapos na sila. So ito, na-pull out niya yung ibang paintings. So ito na lang ang naiwan. You will see their work afterwards. But if you are interested, they are also for sale. Start tayo dito.
Ha?
Wow, ba?
Once the body are already skeleton, they are placed in the coffins.
Wow.
Those 2 coffins came from Romblon. Romblon is an island north of Panay, and this coffin came from Isla de Gigantes, the northernmost island of Iloilo. And this body was excavated from Oton Municipality, 8 kilometers south of Iloilo City, and it has a gold mask covering the eyes and the nose. But the original gold mask is already in the National Museum, and that is only a replica. He is believed to be the highest leader, a dato or a chieftain when he was alive, and the things found in his grave were used by him when he was alive, and when he died, they were buried with him in his grave. Notice our logo, Museo Iloilo. It has eyes and nose patterned on that gold mask. The tall jars at the back are also burial jars. The skeletons are also placed inside the jars, and the jars are buried in the ground
Don't
or
touch them.
placed in the caves.
Mga buto yun.
This burial urn was taken from San Joaquin, Iloilo, 53 kilometers south of Iloilo City, and that is made of lime, apo. And these jars are already Chinese porcelain, and these jars are for food storage, for vinegar, tuba, and pagoong.
Okay.
Iloilo City before was home of each textile industry. In fact, it was called the textile
Kaya
capital of the Philippines. The Ilonggo women here are fond of weaving by hand, fine fibers from pineapple leaves, abacas, sinamay, and
Especially
parsley.
from what place in Iloilo?
Yeah.
From what place in Iloilo?
Here.
Here talaga.
Swampy kasi ito. No?
Yes.
So, they made their textile into barong for the males and himula for the ladies.
I
These were
see.
distributed to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and only the rich Filipinos can afford to buy them because they were expensive. But when the port of Iloilo was opened to foreign traders, the foreign traders also brought volumes of textile and they sell it only in a low cost. So what happened to the textile industry of Iloilo? Kukunti na lang ang bumibili,
Kasi-
humina hanggang mawala.
Marami na
But
sa
still-
mga Batangas yung mga ganitong ano.
Yeah. Kasi open na tayo sa
Open na sa
foreign trades. But still we have our hablon hand-woven textile from the fine fibers of different colors and of different design. That patadyong is an example of a hablon textile. We still have that in Arevalo district and in Miagao, Iloilo. The pictures at the back are the old pictures of Iloilo City before the Second World War. That is the British steamship, the Molyeloni, our pier, the Heritage House in Molo District, Iloilo National High School where Miriam Defensor finished her secondary education, the Belfry in Haro Plaza, the San Jose Church in Plaza Libertad, the Forge Bridge, the bridge that connects Haro District and the city proper, the Oton Church, the St. Vincent Seminary in Haro, the an international hotel still existed in our area in downtown, still now occupied by Sarangyo Jewelry.
Don't touch her, do not step, ah.
Railway before, but not existing.
Ito ang paggawa ng mga patadyong.
The old provincial capital building and the 0 kilometer of Iloilo. Now we pass by the new building of the capital. Yes. Outside there is the new provincial capital building. In front of the new is the old provincial capital building. In front of the old is the fountain with 4 ladies standing. One lady is in hall, the other south, the other east, the other west. If you would want to know the descent place in the hall, you start from that lady facing hall. Same also in the south, east, and the
Roy Fountain. Saan?
During liberation time, when the Americans know that there were still Japanese soldiers,
Mga Japanese money.
wala pa yung that place. But Iloilo City was never been bombed, never been damaged, never been destroyed during the Second World War. Why? During the Japanese occupation, our governor, Dr. Fermin Karam Sr., he wrote a message on the ground using the line powder in white apog, saying that there were no jobs in the city. So the pilot was able to read the message, he waved his hand. After 15 minutes, he came back and dropped that message. Will you read it loud, please?
We got your message from Zone Headquarters. Signed, the need.
Yes, those are original. They placed that message inside that white cloth bag. They put sand in the bag to make it heavy so that when dropped, it will not be blown by the wind. And that bag was picked up by our governor. There's also the date there, March 20, 1945 at
Second World War.
10:15 in the morning. So, we're able to preserve our old churches, old buildings, houses,
Kasi hindi na bomba, no?
other. At your back are the Japanese-Philippine currency, the paper
Yeah.
money of Japan, that they wanted to be circulated here in Iloilo in 1942. Yet they
Japanese
almost
money.
didn't recognize the money because to them, this were Mickey Mouse money,
Mickey Mouse
or
Japanese
paper
money.
that has no value at
So,
all. Yet the money were able to be used and circulated, especially on the hands of the rich Ilonggo families. But after the Second World War, they gathered them again, bundled them, and donated them here in the museum. But still, there were bills that were never been used, never been circulated, still bundled, still intact. They were here donated by the Central Bank.
galing ano.
No value.
Ano ba at all?
We also have our local Ilonggo soldiers who fought against the Spaniards and the Americans. The military uniform worn here by Captain Epifanio Concepcion was
Concepcion.
donated by his family here, and here's exactly the uniform he is wearing in this picture. And the sword of General Perfecto Poblador was also donated by his family here, and here are their pictures. When we were given our independence by Spain, what year was that?
80, 90.
Yes, 1898. We were thinking we're already free, but another foreign invaders occupied the Philippines, and they were the Americans. The Americans occupied the Philippines in 1900, and their focus was education. They wanted the Filipinos to be educated. That's why they put up
There's a
school
Peace
buildings
Corps.
that until now exist. What do we call these buildings? They were elevated buildings with stairs. You can play under the building. We call them Gabaldon Building. Have you heard of Gabaldon Building? Since Iloilo City was never been damaged during the war, every public elementary school here now still has that Gabaldon Building. We still preserve them because they are now heritage building. We've been under Spain for how many years? 330
300.
years. Under the Americans for almost 50 years. Then another foreign invaders occupied the Philippines, and they were the Japanese. We've been under Japan for almost 3 years. Are you all new in Iloilo City?
Yes.
Sinong mga baguhan?
We live here pero hindi lumaki.
Iloilo City has 7 districts. We are right now in the city proper, and this is called District 1. The place is near the port, near the pier, District 2, Montes, Lapos. Saan kayo?
Ay, Pabiya, ma'am.
Mabilla. Labas na kayo.
Labas na kami.
Labas kayo.
Town.
Oh, city proper. City ang Iloilo City lang.
The city lang.
7 districts. And the places in the north, District 3, La Paz. You
La
can
Paz.
eat your La Paz
Batchoy.
Next to La Paz is District 4.
Meron pa po bang batchoy doon?
Marami. Inuwar na in Iloilo. Pero yung original sa La Paz. So, next to La Paz is District 4, Haro. Where you can find the Haro Cathedral.
Yes, we went
And the
there.
left is District 5, Mandorial. Where you can find the Mega World, the International Convention Center, and the SM City. And here in the south, District 6, Molo. Where you can find the Molo Church, the Mansion House, and the Pancit Molo.
Pancit Molo.
Next to Molo is District 7, Arevalo.
Mm.
You can find that Hablon Wedding,
Arevalo.
River, and the famous Tato's Manukan. Have you eaten
Ah.
Tato's already?
Yeah.
You have one lunch per. When Molo Church was renovated, they removed all these images here, replaced
Pancit
them
Molo.
with all
Ginagawa ni Lola.
sage. Pag pumasok kayo ng simbahang Molo, puro santong babae ang makikita nyo. Saan pumunta ang mga santong lalaki?
Saan nga ba?
Sa Haro Cathedral.
Ah.
Pumasok naman kayo ng Haro Cathedral, lahat ng mga santo doon, puro lalaki.
St. Joseph.
It all started during the Spanish time na ang mga babae separated sa mga lalaki.
I see.
And until now, we still have schools for the boys and
Let's
schools
go for the
girls.
I see.
The images on the wall were donated by the Philippine Women's University.
Ah.
And here's the belfry of Haro of Molo.
Pray for us, all saints. Thanks to God, we visited you all here.
This is the original. Images all around also came
St. Anthony. Sino tayo din?
Galing mo.
Ano to yung parang ano? Akon?
Sulit sa atin.
But the Spaniards, when I pronounced the word very well, it became ILOILO. And it seems to have two running nose, parang may sipon. Those were two big rivers. The Iloilo River you can find in the city, and Bacciano River near the sea. Iloilo River before was very deep, that the big galleon ships
Yes,
can
that's why it
enter
was called Queen
Iloilo
City of the
through
South.
that river. They brought more products in barter to the local products of Iloilo. Sa dami ng mga barko, meron ding nalulunod. And one of them was the British shipwreck. And these were salvaged from the shipwreck, the beer bottles in white, the bowl and the plate, and the whiskey bottles in black, and the page here. Notice that the printing of the page were not so clear because they were only copied from the Chinese page. And here's the aerial view of Iloilo City before the Second World War. Ito ang anyo ng syudad ng Iloilo bago nangyari ang digmaan. Here's Guimaras Island. Here's Iloilo Strait. The British shipwreck was found here nearer to Guimaras and Arevalo district. Notice the big buildings in our city before because of the many products brought by the different countries to Iloilo. They need to build warehouses, mga bodega ng iba't ibang produkto. Kaya ang life ng mga Ilonggo became abundant, prosperous, at maraming yumaman. Ang mga mayamang Ilonggo did not invest their money in Iloilo because the land area of Iloilo was smaller. They invested their money to the neighboring island of Negros. Kaya maraming hacienda, plantations, and sugar industries in Negros, they were owned by Ilonggos. Yeah. One of the tribes of the Ilonggos are called Pintados because they painted their bodies. They painted their bodies from head to foot, both male and female, permanently tattooed their bodies. Sometimes they imitate the design of the snake skin, which means revert, papalit-palit, and the crocodile skin, which means strength. They don't exist anymore today. If ever we have Pintado tribes that joins the Dinagyang festival every year, they are only temporary paint that can be washed out when they take a bath. But if you want a permanent one, you can have it. The first people to live in Iloilo,
Itas.
they are the natives of Iloilo. We call them Ate.
Ate.
Kami Ate at Ihan. But other Filipinos call them Ita.
Ita.
Or Negritos. They have curly hair, they have dark brown skin, they live by hunting and by fishing. These are the things that they use in everyday living. They have to pound panay before they get rice. They also have musical instruments and they eat halu, or monitor
Halu.
in English.
Kung ano parang crocodile na maliit. Ano ni halo yung bayawak.
And that is the picture of Haru Cathedral and the passage of Miagao Church.
Ito yung pupunta natin, ma'am.
Oh. Wow, very nice.
Ay, pabiyong.
And the
Oh, that's Korea, our native.
And here's the belfry of Haru Cathedral, destroyed by the strong earthquake in 1948. And that earthquake was called Lady Kai Kai. In order for the Ilonggos not to forget the event, they composed a song or a rhyme that rhymes with Lady Kai Kai. Kai Kai, may manok akong bukay, ginulang ko sa kaniway, nagdaog pero patay. Kai Kai, may manok akong bukay, ginulang ko sa kaniway, nagdaog pero patay. When I was small, I used to sing that, repeat and repeat, thinking that it will be transferred from one generation to the next generation. But our millennials today do not know how to dance because they are now focused on their gadgets. These jars are for water storage. When they make salted eggs, they stack them in these jars. These are already of Chinese influence. Accessories found in the graveyard. One of the findings was the lower jaw of a person with still one tooth preserved because it is wrapped with a bronze. Simply shows that the Filipinos were already using metals to protect their teeth. Some also Chinese plates decorated with a dragon, lotus flower, and a turtle, intended for the father, for the mother, and for the child. This landing gigantes was never been reached by the Chinese traders before, so no porcelains, no wares were found, only potteries made of local materials, clay, and these were used for cooking and for rituals. These two plates were used by leaders only, the bigger plate by the male leader, and the smaller plate by the female leader. Simply shows that the male were stronger than the female before, but not now.
Equality.
The first Philippine map were made by the Spaniards. They already used scale or scala to measure the size and the distance of one island from the others. Notice that the map is elongated because it follows the shape of the material. But if the material is wider, this Palawan will be extended out here. Notice the red colored part of the island. What do they mean? They were the places first reached by the Augustinian priest. The Augustinian priest went with Magellan in his expedition here in the Philippines. That's why Iloilo City is colored red because of the presence of the University of San Agustin put up by the Augustinian priest. Iloilo City is in Panay Island. Panay Island has 4 provinces. We have Antique, Iloilo Province, Capiz, and Aklan. Boracay somewhere here, Isla de Gigantes somewhere here. We are right now in Museo Iloilo. Here's Guimaras Island. The British shipwreck was found here near to Guimaras and Arevalo district. And here's the neighboring island of Negros. That ends the story. You're now
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the information. Salamat po, ma'am.